Welcome to another lesson by YourTechVision.com, and let's go ahead and learn some more keyboard commands. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I'm going to do a Start key 5 and begin my word because that's the space slotting on my taskbar. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Windows 5 is going to open that. So let's do Windows 5. So today we're going to do zoom in again so you can see this easily. So Alt VZ, let's just start out and 2 for 200%. The next is change our setup defaults. Most people will notice, and if you haven't, then you do need to notice that when you open any Microsoft product, it's typically Calibri 10 multi-spacing, and it should be Times New Roman 12 and single spacing. So let's go ahead and Alt OP, and immediately get into our paragraph spacing. And I've already changed this. So if you do Alt F, you immediately jump there. You're going to typically see 10 point. We want to hit 0. And then you tab, you're going to see multi-spacing. That's what you see. And you want to hit single. Tab off. And then to set your default, notice our underlined letter down there. All we have to do is Alt D. And that sets our default. But we also want to do all documents. So we're going to do an Alt A to say all documents based on the normal template. And then we go ahead and hit enter. Now our font is incorrect. So I'm just going to do a Control A to select all this so we can actually change this. Control A is our select all key command. Control D. And here we are. And let's go ahead and type in Times New Roman, down arrow, select, tab across, and let's go ahead and type in 12. If you are in school or doing any major writing of any type, Times New Roman 12 is our MLA, APA, Thurbian, all the major writing styles. Once again, we need to set this as the default. I'm heading down here really fast with Alt D. We need to set all the documents once again with Alt A. Enter is the default to close any dialog box. So just know that. And there we are, nice and changed, and we're ready to go. The next one is columns. So we could go up to page layout, and I'm going to show you that. So Alt P to page layout. Columns happens to be J, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's do it again. Alt P, and you'll notice the J. So we could go there, up and down easy, arrow, very easy, hit escape. Or we can do Alt O and C, and then we can go ahead and just tell the computer how many columns we want. We could also do the hotkey command. Let's say we want 3, and you'll notice that T is underlined. So if we do Alt T, 3 is immediately selected. But we're going to go ahead and do 2. So Alt W and enter. And now we have 2 columns. The way you know this is up here. You'll notice this space right here. And you can actually click on this little arrow and actually move it if you wanted to. But this shows you you've got a column on this side and you've got a column on this side. So the more text you put in, you will actually see this divide, and I will show you that down the road. Okay, so color our background. Let's go ahead and do Alt P. All of these are up in your page layout. We're going to color our page, so PC. You'll notice the hotkey command that I'm going to right here. PC opens our colors. I'm going to go ahead and up arrow. I'll let you experiment with more colors and fill effects, which is a lot of fun. What's nice about this is as you arrow through, you can see your page color, which is some really nice options. Yellow is a little bright for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to blue. Enter is our default to close. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make a beautiful border. You can see the hotkey down there, Alt-O-B, so Alt-O-B. If you want to be able to use any command anywhere, we've talked about that before. The Office products, it's going to be under page layout, or the newer products under design. Now I want to jump from one tab to another. This is a tab, this is a tab, this is a tab. The way I explain that to students is picture three pieces of paper there. Well, this is shading. If I fill, I can actually select a column. You tab in and you can actually change your color, down arrow, and you can hit enter and that will change just the paragraph. I'm going to Alt L to pop down there. You see that. Enter, paragraph, and it closes. So it only selects and highlights that paragraph or colors that paragraph. Let's go a little bit longer way to make a border. We're going to go back to page layout, Alt P, and you notice PB right there, PB is our page border. Now what's so fun about this, and the kids love it, is because there's a lot of art here. So I could use the hotkeys down here, and we love those, but I'm already in my settings, so I'm just going to down arrow there. I already know I'm starting at the left-hand side. I'm going to tab around my dialog box. I could change it if I wanted lines, but I can already tell you, if you're working with students, they're going to want to do art. If you want to make it thicker, the lines, there's your width. Here we go. Let's go do some art. Okay, this is just fun. Well, cake. We all like cake, right? So hit enter. And then you can do Alt L and tell it how you want to apply it. I'm going to apply it to the whole document. If you're actually doing a box, okay, if you see here, you can just put the border at the top, at the bottom, at the left, or at the right. So in your preview, you actually have that option, but I'm going to apply it to the whole document here, and I'm going to hit enter and close. Let's Alt V Z and hit 7 for 75%, so you can see how cool that is. Yeah, so just practice your coloring and highlighting, making these documents look great. But before I end, I do want to show you Control N to get to the bottom of that and enter. I'm going to insert a whole bunch of text so you can actually see how it's going to be inserting on the other side. We're going to do an equals rand and left parent, I don't know, let's do, how about 9, 6, and that's going to give me tons of sentences and paragraphs. Oh yes, isn't that cool? Control Home, so you can actually see you truly have two columns there. Now before I go, I want to show you another really quick ability here. I want you to hit your applications key. Most people don't know where that's at. It's typically two keys to the right of your spacebar, or you can shift F10. If you hit your applications key, I also want you to note that right there is your font, so you can change your font there. There's paragraph. So if you forget your key commands, you always have that applications key. There's bullets and there's numbers. So if we hit enter on bullets, we can go ahead and make that a bullet. Down arrow, applications key. Let's go down to our bullets again. And I'm hitting B because that's our hotkey. And I'm going to go ahead and right arrow and change my bullet. Oh, how about, yeah, we'll do a funky design there. Okay, go down. Let's go ahead and hit our applications key and let's do N for numbering. That's my hotkey because that N is underlined. And there we are. Actually, I can right arrow and let's go ahead and do 1 or 1, 2, 3. Now, if you hit your enter from now on, it is going to auto insert those numbers as it will with bullets. So those are some really cool quick tricks. Head on and practice.